Hello and welcome to the takeaway episode based on my interview with Scott Dennis, aka Madame Vivien V. This particular interview was really fun for me because I've known Scott for about 10 years and I've really watched him decide what he wanted to do, step into the craft, go for it, become a full time drag queen in New York City, then get sober, and now is transitioning out of drag into another creative career. Takeaway number one. He had a vision of coming to New York and becoming a producer, so he did everything in his power to make that happen. He slept on his friend's couch to save up money. He cold called several production companies and waited to find a job, and he finally found one. So he didn't give up. He really went in and did everything that he could to make this dream possible. He did this again during his drag career when he decided that he wanted to be a drag queen. He said yes to everything, even if the gig was $25, in order to get the experience to get to where he is now. I think it's important for an artist that's just starting out to say yes to different opportunities because you never know where it's going to lead. Then, as you progress, it's important to find what's in alignment and assess boundaries. But saying yes when you're first starting out can help you find those boundaries and help you figure out what to say yes to later on. Takeaway number two. Scott's story is inspirational because he grew up on a pig farm. He was abused, he was bullied. And then when he moved into his drag career, he found his character, Madame Vivien V, and he said that he put on that armor to protect himself, to protect Scott, who was more vulnerable. And in doing so, he created the confidence that he needed in order to now pivot out of drag and into comedy. Now, I'm a big believer in character work or embodied manifestation and creating the version of self or a character that has the attributes that you don't have yet. And once you keep stepping into that character, you start to take on and integrate the attributes. Obviously, it's helpful if you don't have to find that character, if you can just do that work and do it for yourself. But even stepping into a future version of yourself that has those attributes and really embodying it and really embodying that person and living as that can be very helpful to integrate qualities that maybe you desire. Takeaway number three. One of the beliefs that drives Scott and supports him in his life and his craft is trusting in the universe and trusting that the universe has your back. This is something I've heard in many of the interviews, almost all of the interviews that I've done so far with creatives. So I know that it's a really powerful belief. That means if we fall, we still feel supported and we're able to take more creative risks because we inherently feel that trust and we find the lessons in everything, both the peaks and the valleys. Takeaway number four. One of his pieces of advice for artists is to do it for you, but do it full out. This is the show, not the dress rehearsal. And I love that because whatever you do creatively, you can tiptoe in it, but sometimes diving in really helps to create the momentum and allow that space to fully immerse yourself and find the lessons in it. And takeaway number five, my personal favorite, is he said he set goals and had dreams for himself and then he reached them. And so he realized that he wasn't dreaming big enough. So he said, dream big, dream even bigger than you can possibly comprehend or even connect the dots to. They say shoot for the moon and land amongst the stars. This really teaches your brain to explore what's possible and think beyond what you think you're capable of. Because oftentimes we will step up and we will go for those larger dreams. And even if they are not realized exactly the way that we expected them to, they will take root and create lessons, successes, and experiences, maybe even beyond our wildest dreams. And if you haven't checked out the episode already, it's worth a listen. If you have any other takeaways, I'd love to hear from you. Drop them in the comments.